NBC5 investigates, and our team tonight has learned that the UPS cargo jet that crashed in Louisville the other night was taken out of service for major maintenance in the weeks before the crash, a crash that has now claimed 13 lives. Investigative reporter Chuck Goudie joining us here with some new details tonight. Chuck?
Stefan, the MD-11 cargo jet was sidelined for 6 weeks, according to federal investigators, undergoing a major maintenance at an aviation center in San Antonio, Texas. But as authorities try to figure out what happened before the UPS crash, oddly, one of the plane's final flights before being put up for maintenance was a Chicago O'Hare to Louisville flight. And that isn't the only unusual Chicago tie to the investigation. The Hawaii-bound UPS jet only reached 475 feet and 210 miles per hour before crashing. The 34-year-old plane's left engine breaking off, being found here on the airfield. Tonight, federal investigators are keying on this engine, a General Electric CF6 model turbine, and why it seemingly exploded on liftoff and broke away from the wing. A plane with the same type of GE engine was also in flames on takeoff less than 10 years ago here at O'Hare Airport.
Fire off the right wing.
In this 2016 incident involving an American Airlines Boeing 767, there was an uncontained right engine failure, fire, and an emergency runway evacuation with numerous injuries but no deaths. NBC5 Investigates reported then that this O'Hare incident was the fourth failure and fire accident where the same GE engine was cited, resulting back then in immediate inspections because another failure may be imminent and consideration should be given to having the engines immediately removed from service. At the time of this week's crash in Louisville, safety and maintenance changes on that type of engine had been underway for years, aimed at preventing uncontained engine failures. But Tuesday evening, something went wrong with the GE CF6 engine here, and federal investigators tonight say they are already reviewing the 6 weeks of major maintenance records for the work that preceded the crash.
We're currently downloading that information and going back, and we will actually, as part of the investigative process, we will go back even further from that to get additional pertinent details about certain inspections and checks based on the age of the aircraft. And we will move forward and we will look at every piece of maintenance that was done, even from the San Antonio time all the way to the date of the flight.
Records show the plane that crashed was in Texas for repairs and upkeep from September 3rd to October 18th, and that the fuel tank and fuselage had issues. Those were addressed. But during such a major maintenance stop, there would also have been a multi-point checklist, especially for an aircraft that old. Tonight, the NTSB says it's also examining CCTV footage of the area around the plane while it was in Texas to see who had access, when, and what they worked on. They're not trying to incriminate anybody. They are trying to dot all the I's.
Absolutely going to do all that. I mean, they have all the physical evidence from the actual engine that's separated, but then you also have the data recorder, the voice recorder. It sounds like they're going to have a lot of information to go.
Both of those recorders they have started to analyze, say they're in good shape, surprisingly.
And all of that fire there.
Right.
Okay. Chuck Goudie with us tonight. Thank you, Chuck. Appreciate it.